As of January 21, 2025, the global landscape is shaped by a mix of political transformations, corporate developments, environmental challenges, and humanitarian efforts. Below is an in-depth look at the most significant events from around the world. United States. A new chapter under President Donald Trump. The United States has entered a new era with the inauguration of President Donald Trump for his second term on January 20, 2025. This historic event marks a return to the America First agenda that characterized his earlier presidency. Key highlights from the inauguration. 1. Immigration overhaul. President Trump declared a national emergency at the Mexican border during his inaugural address. 1. He introduced stringent measures, including the termination of birthright citizenship, aimed at curbing illegal immigration. 2. Regulatory rollbacks. The administration has moved swiftly to undo policies from the previous government. 2. Environmental regulations have been relaxed to promote fossil fuel use, and new executive orders have targeted issues related to free speech and censorship. 3. Nationalistic vision. Trump's address emphasized restoring U.S. pride, prosperity, and power. 3. His administration aims to create a golden age by prioritizing domestic industries and reducing reliance on international agreements. These policy shifts have garnered both praise and criticism domestically and internationally, reflecting deep divisions in public opinion. Middle East. Hope amidst conflict. A glimmer of hope emerged in the Middle East with a ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas, aimed at ending a 15-month conflict. The agreement, which came into effect on January 19, 2025, includes the phased release of Israeli hostages. Details of the ceasefire agreement. 1. Hostage release schedule. The operation to free hostages is being carried out in phases. 1. The next group is scheduled for release on January 25, with weekly releases planned thereafter. 1. A total of 33 hostages, including women, children, and men over 50, will be freed by the end of the process. 2. Regional impact. While the ceasefire has brought temporary relief, the situation remains fragile. 2. Both sides face immense pressure to maintain the agreement, with international actors monitoring closely. This development has offered a measure of relief to the families of the hostages and is seen as a possible step toward a more lasting peace in the region. Corporate accountability. Apple faces scrutiny in a major corporate story. The Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, has launched an investigation against Apple. The tech giant is accused of sourcing minerals from conflict zones, commonly referred to as blood minerals. Implications of the probe. 1. Legal and ethical concerns. If the allegations are proven, Apple could face significant legal penalties and reputational damage. 1. The case highlights the broader issue of corporate responsibility in supply chain management. 2. Consumer awareness. The investigation has sparked debates about ethical consumerism and the need for greater transparency in the technology sector. This case underscores the ongoing challenges multinational corporations face in balancing profitability with ethical practices. Environmental policy debates. Global repercussions. The Trump administration's decision to withdraw the United States from the Paris Climate Agreement has reignited debates on climate policy worldwide. In Australia, calls are growing for Prime Minister Peter Dutton to follow suit. Australia's climate debate. 1. Arguments against the agreement. Rebel Liberal MPs argue that the Paris Agreement imposes unnecessary costs on Australia, which has a relatively small carbon footprint. 2. Potential policy shifts. The debate has highlighted a deep political divide within the country, with some advocating for increased investments in renewable energy while others push for deregulation to boost economic growth. This issue reflects the global tension between economic development and environmental sustainability. Natural disasters. Earthquake in Taiwan. A powerful earthquake struck Taiwan, causing widespread injuries and damage. The disaster has left several buildings collapsed and triggered power outages in affected areas. Response and recovery efforts. 1. Rescue operations. emergency teams are working tirelessly to rescue those trapped under rubble. 1. Authorities are assessing the full extent of the damage to infrastructure and public services. 2. International support. Neighboring countries and international organizations have offered aid, highlighting the importance of global cooperation in disaster response. The earthquake serves as a stark reminder of the vulnerability of many regions to natural disasters and the need for robust preparedness measures. Looking ahead, the world continues to grapple with a complex array of challenges and opportunities. From political shifts in the United States to ceasefire agreements in the Middle East, corporate accountability, and environmental policy debates, 2025 is shaping up to be a pivotal year. As these stories develop, the international community's ability to navigate these issues will determine the trajectory of global progress and stability. Citizens, policymakers, and businesses alike will play critical roles in shaping the future.